Why? Morning, Gina. How you feeling?
Been better.
With difficulty walking?
Yeah, I broke my back.
Your back?
Yeah.
Have an accident?
Fell down the stairs.
Oh, God.
A woman walks into court with a broken back, $540 in fines, and a booted car. But that's just the beginning. What unfolds next is one of the most heartbreaking stories we've ever witnessed in this courtroom. Homelessness, a condemned house, the devastating loss of a son. And if that wasn't enough, she was forced to give up her best friend in the world, only to have him taken from her forever. But just when you think the story can't get any more devastating, two complete strangers from across the country step in to remind us all that humanity still exists. This is a case that will absolutely break you, and then put you back together. Let's dive in.
You have 3 different registrations, and your motor vehicle has been booted.
Yes.
All right. On the Nissan, you have 6 tickets. 2 of them are school zone violations, and 4 of them are parking tickets. So it's going to cost you a total of $240 for those tickets. Then you have a Chrysler that was registered to you last year. Do you remember that?
A Chrysler?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you have a $25 ticket outstanding on that. That tripled to $75. I'm waiving the $50 penalty.
Okay.
And then you have a car that goes back 9 years ago. You had a Chrysler. Remember that?
Yes.
And on the Chrysler, you had 5 tickets. It's going to cost you $175 for those 5 tickets. So it's $175, $25, and $240. And a $100 boot fee, so it's $540. How much of that can you pay today?
All right, let's break this down for a second. Gina is staring at $540 in total fines, and that includes tickets spanning nearly a decade across 3 different vehicles. We're talking school zone violations, parking tickets, and a $100 boot fee just to get her car back on the road. Now, for someone in a stable financial situation, this might be manageable. But as we're about to discover, Gina's circumstances are anything but stable. Notice how the judge has already shown some leniency by waiving part of the penalty on one of those older Chrysler tickets. But the real question remains, how is someone who's clearly struggling supposed to handle this kind of financial burden? Keep watching, because her story is about to take a turn that absolutely nobody saw coming.
The parking tickets, I had on a parking permit to park on the street.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of them that I let my daughter borrow the car, and there was no handicap parking, so she was told that she could park in a regular spot as long as my handicap plate was there, and it was. So I don't understand why she got the ticket.
Well, because she's not supposed to use your handicap plate.
I was in the car. She was driving me, and the school zone, I didn't know anything about the cameras at that time. Mm-hmm. I was going through a hard situation, being homeless, living in my car, and I was going to pick up my daughter to bring her to school because she was staying with her friend. And that's when I got the 2 tickets on Thurbers Avenue.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Did you catch that? Gina just casually mentioned that she was homeless, living in her car, while still making sure her daughter got to school on time. Let that sink in for a moment. She wasn't speeding through a school zone recklessly or for fun. She was doing exactly what any dedicated mother would do, ensuring her child receive an education despite their impossible living circumstances. This is a harsh reality that so many families face, but rarely talk about openly. Homelessness doesn't discriminate, and it certainly doesn't pause for traffic cameras. And now here she stands in court, facing hundreds of dollars in fines for violations that occurred during the absolute lowest point of her life. Will the judge take her circumstances into account? Because I'm telling you right now, this story is about to get even more emotional.
How are things going for you now?
Just got an apartment 6 months ago. Just trying to get everything together, my health, and trying to help my daughter with her kids and while she works. And
Is your daughter?
yes.
What did you
Can't
name?
tell? Janelle.
Janelle?
Yes. So I've been going through a rough time. Like, it's
All right.
okay. Not
How many children do you have?
5.
How old are they? How old's the youngest?
She just turned 16.
She's with you?
Yes. And the 18-year-old and the 31-year-old.
You were homeless till 6 months ago?
I was homeless for like over a year because of the landlord was not taking care of all the maintenance and stuff in the house, so they condemned the house. I lost so much of my furniture, and I lost my best friend in the world. I lost my dog.
What kind of a dog did you have?
He was a pit bull. I had him since he was 8 weeks old. I got him after I lost my son. And I know he couldn't have replaced my.
Hold on. Did she just say she got the dog after losing her son? This is absolutely devastating, and I need everyone to fully understand what we're witnessing here. Gina experienced the unimaginable loss of her child, the kind of grief that never fully heals, and her way of coping, her source of daily comfort, was this pit bull she raised from just 8 weeks old. He slept in her bed. She could feed him from her own hands. This wasn't just a pet. This was family. This was her lifeline. And now we know she's about to share what happened to him when she became homeless. For anyone watching who's ever truly loved an animal, you know exactly the kind of unbreakable bond she's describing. These aren't just words. This is her entire heart on full display in a courtroom full of strangers.
Somebody, he was like having a baby, and he used to sleep in the bed with us, and just like I could feed him like out my mouth, and he was just a great dog. And I had to surrender him to the animal shelter because I didn't have nowhere to put him. Living in the car, and I asked the lady, I said, please, can you keep me contact if anybody's interested in him, because I'll come and get him. I'll try to find anything. I didn't even know what I was gonna do. And something told me to call, and they adopted out my dog, and she wasn't supposed to. So.
Okay.
Wait, what? The shelter adopted out her dog without telling her? After she specifically asked to be kept in the loop so she could get him back? I need everyone to imagine being in Gina's shoes for just one moment. You've lost your home through no fault of your own. You're living in your car with nowhere to go. And you're forced to make the most agonizing decision of your life, temporarily giving up your beloved companion. Your emotional anchor after losing your son, with the desperate hope of reuniting once you're back on your feet. And then, without any warning, without any phone call, he's gone, given away to someone else forever. That's not just heartbreaking. That's a gut punch of absolutely epic proportions. The fact that Gina is standing here today, still fighting, still pushing forward after everything life has thrown at her, tells you absolutely everything you need to know about her incredible strength and resilience.
I'm going to give a new job. I'm going to revisit this, Gina, based on your circumstances. I understand you're going through some terrible financial problems. I understand you were homeless. And I want to congratulate you on making a comeback.
Thank you.
And on your love for your children as well.
Thank you.
There were an awful lot of people out there who were very generous of their spirit. You know, we always focus on the bad, but there were an awful lot of real good people out there.
I know.
And an awful lot of people who have an opportunity to view our court proceedings have taken the time to send us donations to help others. So I have a check from a Lori Cruz from Delray Beach, Florida, who sent me a check for $200 in memory of her son, Michael, who had some special problems. And she wanted me to use it towards someone who who's in need. And interestingly enough, I also have a woman from, I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman, from Tip City, Ohio. Last name is Kemp, K-U-M-P-F, who doesn't want any recognition, but sent me $100 in cash, and we used $40 of that to help somebody else. And I'm going to use the other $60 to help you. So I'm going to reduce this fine to $260 and remove the boot based on the love and consideration that's been displayed by both of these individuals, one from Delray Beach, Florida, the other from Tip City, Ohio, who I think would be very pleased if they knew that it was being used to help you. I think all of our wishes are that things get better for you.
This right here is exactly what makes this courtroom so incredibly special. Complete strangers, Lori Cruz from Delray Beach, Florida, honoring the memory of her late son Michael, and an anonymous donor from Tip City, Ohio, who wanted absolutely no recognition, came together across hundreds of miles to lift some of the crushing burden off Gina's shoulders. The fine just dropped from $540 all the way down to $260, and the boot is being completely removed from her car. But here's what really gets me every single time. These generous people have never met Gina. They don't know her story. They simply believed in the power of helping a fellow human being in need. This is community in its absolute purest form. And look at Gina's face right now. This woman who has endured homelessness, unimaginable loss, and constant heartbreak, she's finally catching a well-deserved break. Sometimes, humanity really does come through exactly when you need it most.
Thank you.
You and your kids, and
Thank you. Trying. I got 7 grandkids.
well, you have a good spirit. You didn't come in here moaning and groaning and complaining and blaming everybody else on your problems. You didn't do that, right? And it's wonderful to see your daughter standing beside you, you know, willing to do whatever she
I
can
stand beside her.
to help you in your hour of need, you know? So you did a good job raising her.
Thank you.
So good luck to you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
What an absolutely incredible and emotional case we just witnessed. Gina Boyd walked into this courtroom today facing $540 in accumulated fines, a booted vehicle she desperately needed, and a mountain of personal struggles that would have completely broken most people. She bravely shared her story of being homeless for over a year, the heartbreaking loss of her beloved son, and the devastating moment she had to surrender her dog to a shelter, only to have him adopted out without her knowledge. And through all that pain and hardship, she never once made excuses or pointed fingers at anyone else for her situation. That takes true character. In the end, the incredible generosity of 2 complete strangers, Lori Cruz from Florida honoring her son Michael's memory, and the anonymous Kump family from Ohio, combined with Judge Caprio's legendary compassion, reduced Gina's burden by nearly half and removed the boot from her car. This case powerfully reminds us that even in our darkest, most hopeless moments, there are genuinely good people out there who are ready and willing to help lift us up. Gina's resilience, her positive spirit despite everything, and her dedication to her family are truly inspiring, and we're all rooting for her continued comeback. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. What would you have done in Gina's situation? And do you think the shelter was wrong for adopting out her dog without calling her first? Drop your thoughts below. If this story touched your heart the way it touched ours, make sure you absolutely smash that like button. Share this video with someone who needs a reminder that kindness still exists in this world. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another powerful courtroom moment like this one. Hit that notification bell so you're the first to see our next jaw-dropping case. We'll see you in the next one.